The Matrix changed my life, and then over these years, it's changed so many other people's lives.
When people think of luxury, they imagine designer mansions, sports cars, and extravagant vacations. However, for Keanu Reeves, luxury isn't just about wealth. It's about freedom, generosity, and living on his terms. Have you ever wondered what hidden secrets lie behind his luxurious yet modest lifestyle? If you're curious, stay tuned, and let's find out. Just how rich is Keanu Reeves? Over time, Keanu Reeves has proven his ability to entertain his audience for over 30 years in various genres, from romantic comedies to action blockbusters. You know what's amazing about all of this? Despite all the wealth he has amassed over these years, we've never seen any sense of entitlement from Keanu. His aura has a lot of refreshing calmness all over him. "I'm really happy and glad to be here when I wake up," he says in his interview with Parade in 2020. "And I'm really happy and glad that I have the opportunity to go to sleep after a day of living. I don't have a character from history or literature that I have in my pocket. For me, it's just continuing to be able to work with great artists and tell stories that people enjoy," said Reeves. With this, you know he is just grateful for the opportunity to work on different roles and the success he recounts while acing these roles on set. Saying Keanu Reeves has aced his roles on set isn't trying to hype him or set him 1,000 steps ahead of other celebrities. It's the truth. For example, he has earned over $200 million out of the Matrix movies, all thanks to his negotiation with the back-end fees. The profit-sharing deals brought in much more than his initial salaries, even though the agreed initial salaries were still quite impressive. To break it down, Keanu earned $10 million as his salary for the first Matrix film, but he found himself making $35 million due to the film's blockbuster movie success. For the next films, he was signed for $15 million for The Matrix Reloaded and The Matrix Revolutions, and $12 to $15 million for The Matrix Resurrections. However, at the end of everything, Reeves took in about $120 million in bonuses from the two Matrix films, The Matrix Reloaded and Revolutions. There's no denying that Keanu Reeves is a superstar, but the question is, how did Keanu Reeves become a Hollywood superstar? As a teenager, Keanu Reeves started his journey to becoming a Hollywood star. However, it wasn't easy. He recounted how he got into sports and liked performing arts. By age 15, he knew he wanted to be an actor and had even auditioned for plays in grade school. This passion for acting was not the kind to fade with time. As he grew up and attended high school, he still took time off to engage in plays, even while playing hockey. "I remember being a goaltender on the school hockey team, but also playing John Proctor in The Crucible," he laughed, recalling the incident. "Thanks to my hockey teammates for showing up to support me." With time, Reeves became the star on everybody's lips, especially after he became an agent after playing the role of Mercutio in Romeo and Juliet. Before long, Reeves had already been catering for himself through acting gigs by the time he was 18. He continued to act on stage and in theater productions, and at 20, he appeared as a correspondent on the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation show Going Great. He began to make a bang within 2 years as he starred in several television movies, including Babes in Toyland, alongside Drew Barrymore. By 1988, Reeves was already making headlines as the teenager who couldn't get off everybody's lips. However, it was his 1989 role in the film Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure that put him in the spotlight. This film was an all-time hit even for critics, and Reeves's career has never been the same since then. However, that's not all. The 1989 film was just the start of it. 1994, the action film he starred in named Speed won 2 Academy Awards. Let's just say it beat a worldwide gross profit of $350.5 million, which was quite a good result for a $20 million budget film. However, Speed was only the beginning. He went on to star in the Matrix trilogy, which we mentioned earlier, and it racked up to $1.6 billion at the box office, putting Reeves in the upper tier of Hollywood actors. Reeves's star, much like the one in The Matrix, was born, as was the sci-fi genre. Fast forward to the year 2014, he secured the starring role in the action thriller movie John Wick. The film made it into the market without any decline, and before long, John Wick made over $500 million at the box office. However, Reeves isn't only an action film kind of guy. He has been known to diversify and act perfectly in other genres. Europe's first Keanu Reeves Film Festival was held in 2019 in Glasgow, Scotland, under the name of KeanuCon, and 9 of his movies were screened over 2 days. So, the fact that Reeves has a dedicated fan base is not difficult to figure out. Reeves has also tried his hand at writing with the co-production of the comic book Berserker. If you're curious about how much Keanu Reeves made for his famous role as John Wick, The Hollywood Reporter says he earned a cool $1 to $2 million in 2014 for the original John Wick. Here's a fun fact. John Wick was first written for an older character. However, Keanu said that when he read the script, he loved it, but he had to see the director and producers about some changes he wanted to make to suit his style. Fast forward to when John Wick, Chapter 3, Parabellum comes around. Keanu's salary is bumped to $2.5 million, plus film ownership and a percentage from the box office. His earnings are not publicly known, so this is a rough estimate. The best part of the filming of John Wick for Keanu is that he snuck into the screening area and had the time of his life. According to Esquire, he described how he loved watching the audience fall in love with the film, especially during the famous knife fight scene. However, if we're discussing what amount Keanu Reeves earned the most out of the movies he has starred in, it has to be the Matrix movies. He received a $15 million salary for the first 3 films and other box office earnings. That's some serious cash. However, these are not the only projects in which Keanu has been involved. Some of Keanu Reeves' latest projects have been quite interesting. Let's talk about 2 of them. The SpongeBob movie, Sponge on the Run, and Replicas. It was fun seeing Keanu as Sage, a wise tumbleweed. Although we do not know how much salary he made from this film, it's cool that the writer and director, Tim Hill, had him in mind for the part since the start. They even drew a Keanu-inspired storyboard character. Then there's the movie Replicas. Apart from starring in this 2018 sci-fi, Keanu produced it as well, even though he told Screen Rant that he was involved in developing the story. The movie, however, tanked at the box office, grossing only $9 million worldwide on the $30 million production cost. Even if certain of his projects don't hit the mark, seeing Keanu on something different is always fun. Or does his SpongeBob cameo or Replica's role appeal to you? Regarding his pay for Bill and Ted Face the Music, it is not exactly known how much he got from that production. However, we do know that he made about $5,000 off the original Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure back then. If you put all factors together, inflation included, that's about $213,000. Fast forward to Bill and Ted Face the Music, released during the pandemic. Deadline claims that the movie earned a huge profit, even though many theaters remained closed at the time. Keanu Reeves has been in Hollywood long enough and has a big enough career, with over $4.6 billion at the box office. While he has been able to amass this kind of wealth, Keanu's life is not even extravagant, and there are just many things he does with his money that don't include showing off. The low-key billionaire. With the amount of Keanu Reeves' net worth, you would think he would throw parties regularly, go on spontaneous trips, or flaunt his wealth so that everybody would know he's in town. However, that is hardly the case. Reeves may still be down to earth and doesn't even need all of the material things to be happy. One time, it was said that he gave away $80 million of his earnings to charity, and that was the perfect way of describing him. So, what does Keanu's daily life consist of? First, he drives a good, solid Honda, not a flashy sports car. He mostly lives in a modest mansion because he wouldn't know what to do with that extra space. Keanu is also not averse to grabbing a simple sandwich and eating it on a park bench while watching the world go by. He doesn't mind taking the subway, as everyone else does when commuting. He will even give away his seat to someone more in need. However, Keanu's kindness doesn't end there. He is also a devoted philanthropist, donating millions to leukemia research and even dishes out his breakfast to the homeless on the street. You can define him as Hollywood's breath of fresh air due to his relatable and down-to-earth personality. He has always taken the time to meet his fans, even if it means having a quick chat, signing autographs, and being kind and respectful to everyone he comes across. If you checked the internet, You'd be amazed at the many stories, videos, and memes that have talked a lot about Keanu's kindness, like the airport video of him being hyped up by his fans, who just wanted to get a selfie with him. It's normal to get overwhelmed and tired after a long flight, but Keanu Reeves did not allow it to get to him, and he gave his fans the pleasure of meeting him. Everyone has probably heard about Keanu Reeves being super charitable and donating a large fraction of his Matrix earnings to the crew. However, it seems those stories are a little too exaggerated. According to the film's costume designer, Keanu did not give the crew $70 million or $80 million, or you get the idea, off his back-end deal. Rather, some of his back-end profits were invested in the movie. Now, the cool part of all this is that he made sure the crew and everybody else involved with the trilogy could go on and finish making the rest of the movies. He didn't donate millions, but did a generous thing for the people he worked with. Another instance is a video of him hanging out with a guy who was homeless while he was sharing drinks and chatting. The first thing that comes to your mind is, isn't Keanu afraid he'll be robbed or, worse still, thrown into a van that will drive off at high speed? That's not the case because you can see he's having all the fun conversing with him. These isolated incidents are just the tip of the iceberg. Keanu has always proved himself to be a kind, humble, and generous person time and time again. Unafraid to lend a hand, he visits children's hospitals to remind people of charitable causes. In short, he is the type of guy who remembers the people who brought him where he is now. However, beyond all of these qualities, Keanu Reeves has an intense passion for riding bikes, secrets of his luxurious life. Keanu once said, "I'm a guy that loves everything about motorcycles, the sounds, the style, and the aesthetic combined with the function, but most of all, the riding experience." So, what does he do with bikes? Most people have passions that sometimes take over their lives. For Keanu Reeves, that passion is motorcycles. He has spent years and tens of thousands of kilometers riding on his Norton Commando. However, the thing is, Keanu didn't always love motorcycles. Growing up in Toronto, he was more into ice hockey. You know, like a classic Canadian thing to do. However, it was not until he was 22, filming in Munich, Germany, that he fell in love with motorcycles. How did it happen? Keanu liked to come on set and check out the various cycles on set, and there was this young woman on the same set who had the most gorgeous Kawasaki Enduro, and there, Keanu immediately fell in love. He wanted to learn to ride, and soon he was whizzing around the film studio on her bike. He was so hooked that when he returned to Los Angeles, he bought his first motorcycle, a replica of the Kawasaki Enduro that had first sparked his interest. He even recalled in an interview that he started riding at 22. "I was filming in Munich, Germany at this film studio, and this young girl had a gorgeous Enduro motorcycle that she would drive around on. One day, I asked her to teach me how to ride it." Still an avid rider today, Keanu always seeks his next two-wheeled adventure because riding is freedom. Riding your bike is one of the greatest things you can do to clear your head and feel the speed and the motion, he said. Over the years, Keanu Reeves' love for motorcycles has transcended his beloved Nortons, and he has had quite an amazing collection, from Harley-Davidson cruisers to Suzuki sport bikes. His latest passion project, however, is something special. Some years ago, Keanu showed up at a custom shop in LA, on the prowl for a sissy bar for one of his bikes. It was then he met Gard Hollinger, a guy who, for years, had built motorbikes. After a conversation, they began working together. And from there, the two began to build the Arch Motorcycle Company.
This is a mule for a KRGT 1S, and it was pretty thrilling to go up that hill today.
Soon enough, Arch Motorcycle Company launched its first production, the KRGT-1 bike. This amazing machine is based on the bike Hollinger built for Keanu as soon as he met him. It has a claimed 120 horsepower from a massive 2032 CCV twin engine at its heart. That is enough power to jump from point A to point B in a snap. It's been years now, and a little bit of age might just be on Keanu's side. Do you think he still rides as fast as he used to? When it comes to motorcycles, Keanu Reeves has a reputation for loving all things dangerous. However, recently, he has gotten a bit more mellow with age, and he admits that he doesn't go as fast as he used to. He has little fear of speed and has been in close calls 1 or 2 times, from a ruptured spleen to a scraped skin and road rash. I've had enough accidents. Keanu also used to spend his time riding his motorcycle to blow off steam and get rid of anger or frustration. However, after a few too many wipeouts, he realized that was probably not the best method. You begin to think that's not a good frame of mind to be in when you're riding a motorcycle at high speed. Today, Keanu is a bit more laid back with his approach when it comes to motorcycling. How are bikes the only luxury items Keanu spends his money on? Before we talk about what other luxury items tickle Keanu's fancy, have you ever imagined what it would be like to walk in a celebrity's shoes? Their homes are public attractions, so their fans and paparazzi always try to get a glimpse of them. Celebrity homes have become major landmarks in cities like Mumbai, Delhi, and LA. It's even like a site for tourist attractions. They always pay insane attention to detail for these homes and get featured in magazines and reality TV shows. However, one place is the ultimate hotspot for celebrity homes: the Hollywood Hills in LA. Take Keanu Reeves, for example. He lives in the Hollywood Hills in his gorgeous home. However, that's not all of it. He has quite a few other celebrities as neighbors, including Leonardo DiCaprio, Calvin Klein, and Ariana Grande. His house is perched atop a hill that looks out over the city, with a breathtaking pool and an open veranda. According to estimates, the whole compound spreads across 0.41 acre and is valued at $8.07 million. Not bad for how much he bought it, given the land costs have skyrocketed since he first bought the house in 2013 to an estimated $3.2 million. Keanu lives in his private home with his partner, Alexandra Grant. There's an outdoor barbecue area, a courtyard, a 3-car garage, and a long, narrow lap pool combined with an infinity pool. Talk about living the dream. Keanu's home, however, is not too flashy. Now, we're not saying it is not beautiful. His house is an extremely beautiful, very luxurious pad, but it's not doing too much. The whole vibe from looking at the house is chill, which is a perfect fit for a guy like him. A perfect fit for a Keanu skin. As we mentioned earlier, it already is a paradise in the Hollywood Hills. Now, what is it like inside? First of all, Keanu's home is a modest one with living spaces. There are 3 bathrooms and 2 bedrooms, and they all span 5,607 square feet. The interior design is, however, the real mystery. Is it neoclassical, chic, modern, old age? Unfortunately for us, Keanu and his partner, Alexandra Grant, are super private, so we don't see inside. However, we can tell a thing or two about Reeves' house. It has a wide, open glass facade that lets you see the view through the house. It is like living in a dream. Visually, the glass facade also links the interior with outdoor spaces like the barbecue area, lap pool, and open veranda. It is great entertainment for guests to sit and just watch the view. Keanu has even talked about why he fell in love with the house. According to him, he needed to find a place he could call home, a place he would come back to every night after many hours of shooting on set, and he would be content with the idea of staying there, a haven where he could think and reset. When asked about his decision to buy a home, Keanu replied that he bought it because it portrayed him as an individual. The house itself is a work of art built in 1988. The structure is a contemporary design with strong lines and fenestration that goes from floor to ceiling for a seamless outdoor connection. Rumors have it that Keanu owns several houses in Malibu, Hawaii, and New York, but none have been verified. However, one thing is for sure. This Hollywood Hills home is quite special because a home should be where a woman can find safety and comfort at the end of the day. Sure enough, that's exactly what Keanu Reeves' home appeared to be until fans found a way to break in. Living in a very opulent Hollywood Hills home, you'd think that Keanu Reeves and his partner, Alexandra Grant, would have taken their crowns. However, no. Plans may have changed for them, especially when their safety was intercepted by overzealous fans who attempted to break in a couple of times. Can you imagine? Since then, the couple has increased their home's security to the highest level of technology. It is easy to see why they might wish to turn their home into a fortress. If you rented a house for the sake of privacy, it should be private, right? When Keanu eventually spoke out about crowds at the door of his house and those who gathered at the entrance of his home, you can just feel how frustrating the entire experience would have been for him. Well, if you're ever in LA, you really should take a tour of these celebrity homes, with permission, of course. Imagine visiting beautiful mansions and modern villas owned by these famous people. Who knows, you might even see a celebrity or two. Keanu Reeves might be a pro at keeping things under wraps, but we have uncovered some tea about his love life. Keanu's love life, a private romance. His relationship with his girlfriend, Alexandra Grant, has had fans overlooking all the romance and just loving both of them. In an interview with People, Keanu shared a rare glimpse into his private life. He explained that they were in bed on a cozy evening, just smiling, laughing, and giggling. And in that moment, he felt connected. The relationship between them is not one that started when the media and blogs put it out. They were friends for a long time and even worked together on the 2011 books, Ode to Happiness, and the 2016 drama series, Shadows. Their friend and actress, Jennifer Tilly, even confirmed they had been dating for some time before they went public. I think everybody wishes that they had something like that. It's not a razzle-dazzle Hollywood romance. In an interview with Vogue, Alexandra Grant opened up about being with Keanu Reeves and the mixed feelings about going public with the relationship. According to her, the response from friends and family was overwhelming, but also fascinating. What Alexandra fears most, however, is that in their public relationship, can they also create positive opportunities? What is the opportunity for good? Being in love and in a relationship are important elements for Alexandra because, as an artist, she believes in the importance of human connections and relationships. When it comes to love at every level, she doesn't buy isolation as a thing. Although she enjoys her time when she's painting alone, she still loves the companionship that comes with being a pair. Other than a few public appearances with Keanu and Alexandra, the couple started to attract attention with their hand-in-hand walk at the LACMA's Arts Film Gala in November 2019. Since then, they've kept a low profile, and their relationship has been out of the spotlight. In addition to his successful career and private life, Keanu explored his passion for storytelling again in his novel, The Book of Elsewhere. If you've not had the chance to read it yet, you have to. It's an exciting fantasy read. With all this, it's clear that there's more than meets the eye for our Hollywood A-lister, Keanu Reeves. What's your favorite Keanu Reeves movie? And did you know these hidden facts about his life? Kindly share your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to our channel. Before you go, explore the other videos displayed on your screen.